Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine and I'm the owner of Brown Sugar Skincare, where I make a whole bunch of skincare products from scratch. I've seen a couple of videos of people saying that they make natural skin. This is no shots, by the way, but I've seen videos where people will say they make all these products from scratch and then they're using a base. I don't know, maybe we have different versions of scratch. Anywho, in this video, this is kind of an old, not kind of, this is an old video. This is a video from Black Friday orders that I got. Actually, these orders that I'm packing up right now are pre-sale orders. So if you can do some counting, this video is months old. But I have so many videos for you guys filmed that I figured it was time to just post some stuff. And I figured you guys wouldn't care too much if I'm posting old content, because content is content. And I filmed it, so this is actually a 2-day video. I do obviously all the pre-sale orders here, and then the next day I do some more orders. So my packaging process is a little all over the place, I guess you can say. Like, I know what I'm doing and I have a good idea of how I pack the orders, but sometimes it just doesn't feel smooth. And obviously, as you can see that I'm doing here, I'm making my labels, and this is something 2025. This is something that I'm going to be working on this year. Is I will not be launching any products if they're not fully labeled, because although it's such a small task, I hate when I'm like packing up orders and the next thing you know, there's like 4 or 5 products that need a label, and then I have to print them, laminate them, cut them, put them on. So going forward, I'm going to be making sure that all labels are on the products. So yeah, it kind of just interrupts the whole packaging process, and this actually set me behind probably about an hour and a half because I had quite a lot to label. As you can see, the body oils don't have labels. What I'm labeling obviously didn't have labels, and I just didn't like how that went. I did end up continuing a little bit just to get ahead for the next day, but yeah, overall, I am going to be working on this going forward. One of the main reasons that I haven't been posting videos is because I actually just fully, as of yesterday, got over my laryngitis. I ended up losing my voice for a really long time. So as I've had these videos filmed for a while, and I wanted to post them while I was sick, and then I was like, wait, I can't talk, and I wanted to do a long voiceover for this video. But anyways, we're back, feeling better than ever. And I just wanted to talk actually about this Black Friday sale, because in my eyes, it was a fail. So, but before I get into it, here's the overview of what I've done so far. Orders packed, obviously a couple on the floor. That's what I have left on my shelves right now. This is actually the next day. I was feeling a little better, came back, wanted to finish up these pre-sale orders. Nothing too crazy, just doing what I do. Have my pink crinkle paper. This is me just writing all the names. I like to write, hi, so-and-so. Whenever you place an order, I do forget sometimes, which I'm sorry about, but I always try my best. Anywho, let's get into why this sale was a fail for me. So I did my biggest sale that I've ever done, mainly for the purpose of wanting to get new people to my store. And I know that I have a lot of people that message me saying, oh, they can't afford the products right now, they're saving up, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, well, let me just make my products super affordable. What I did was I had 3 different discounts. It was like a 60, 70, 80% off. The 80% off was only for 30 minutes, so I didn't think much of it. I didn't really think too many people would shop that 80% off, but I was wrong. So I ended up actually being in the negatives for this sale. And again, this is a lesson learned. I dwelled on it for a little bit. I was real upset about it. But then on the other side of it, I was happy because I got what I initially wanted, which was people trying my products for the first time. So although this was the biggest amount of orders that I've ever had, I wasn't severely in the negatives by any means. It was more of like a break even. So I can't say I was in the negatives, but it was a learning lesson. I would absolutely love to host 80% off sales. And what I realized that the big companies do is they mark up their products before they market at such a high discount, which personally I don't want to do. It's just not me. It doesn't really suit my brand. Like, I'm not gonna go mark my products from $25, mark them up to $40 just so I can put them at 80% off to make a profit when you guys know my prices. I don't know, something about that just doesn't seem well. So just going forward, I'm just not gonna do an 80% off sale. Unless it's like a product that I need to get rid of kind of thing. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because it's not something that most businesses talk about when they fail. And as I've stated before, my business names across social media, mainly on TikTok, is the real ish of running a small business. And this, for example, is the real stuff. You live and you learn, you make mistakes, but I'm looking at it as a, oh my gosh, I'm not taking this out. I'm looking at it as if this is a loss, but like I said, I got what I wanted. I had, I think, like 50 first-time customers, which is the biggest that I've ever had in a day. Keep in mind, I got about 90 orders in the span of like 3-4 hours, which is freaking insane as a whole. So me being who I am now, 2025, new person, trying to be, I have never had that many people on my website at one time. I'm very, very grateful for that. That was really exciting to watch and just see everywhere where people were popping up on Shopify. It shows you a little globe. But anyways, I had about like 90 orders come in, and I just wasn't expecting that at all. People talk about imposter syndrome. I don't know if I have that yet, or I don't know. But I just never think that sales are going to go well for me, no matter how much I promote them. So I definitely always underestimate, but I think it's time that I honestly just stop underestimating myself and believe in myself. If I was to ever do I would never, but if I was to do an 80% off sale again, it would be very minuscule. Like it would have to be like limited to 10 customers or something, because I had a lot of orders come in when I had 60% off, and I was shocked at how many people were like excited to buy it 60% off. And then 70% off, it was quiet. And then once it was literally half an hour, once that 80% off was in effect, I was like sitting there like almost beside myself, like wow. But like I said, cost wise, it was definitely way too big of a discount. I definitely lost a good amount of money. But I had a lot of people message me saying that they're excited to try my products for the first time, blah, blah, blah. So in the end, the way that I'm looking at this fail is there is the potential of, let's say, 20% of those first-time customers coming back and purchasing a product at full price. Maybe once, maybe a couple times, who knows? I may have been able to find even just one lifetime supporter that could order from me multiple times, and I think that would also be just as amazing. But yes, this is for my other business owners. When I was starting out, I would do sales consistently just to get sales. Now I don't do them as often because I feel like I have a pretty good support system with you guys. Like, not only just do you guys buy my actual products, you guys do buy my ebooks and downloads and stuff like that, which I'm really grateful for. But I do recommend smaller businesses doing sales in the beginning of their business life, because it does help people trust you and you get some orders and you can get into a rhythm of things. And that's exactly what I did. Don't be dramatic like me. Don't do 80% off, because your product should almost never be 80% off unless it's for a reason you deem absolutely necessary. Even if you're closing down, I wouldn't even do a sale that high. But overall, I just wanted to talk about my little Black Friday experience, because although it was exciting to see like 90 orders coming through, it was also a little like scary and shocking just to look at my numbers afterwards, seeing that I did not profit that much, which is why in the end of this video, I also kind of cut this video short, sorry, but I ended up delivering some orders by hand, or like by myself, and not shipping them through courier, because it ended up saving me probably roughly around like $400, which is huge if you're a small business owner. That's a really big save. So also just going forward, I think I'm going to be delivering local orders because it's not that big of a deal. Plus it'll save me money. Yeah, it'll eat my gas, but I'd rather pay for a little bit of gas than pay for a shipping label. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what I've done so far. All of these orders are all my pre-sale orders, so they contain, as you can see, yeah. And then over here, I have all of my local orders that I'm actually going to be delivering myself, not through a shipping company. I've got all my Purelator, my UPS orders here, and my empty shelves over here. I do have this one order. I'm trying to find a box for it because I thought this one would fit, but it doesn't. These boxes are like way too big, so I'm just trying to find a proper box for this one. So it's the next day, and I actually have a lot of places to go to. I have to drop off my UPS orders. I have to drop off my Pure Later orders, and then I have to hand deliver some orders because I'm doing that to save some money this time around because shipping labels are insane right now. So I have, like, I don't want to show you addresses, but I have people's addresses on sticker paper, and I have all the orders and stuff all back there. So once I'm done dropping off at Pure Later and UPS, I'm gonna stick these on some of the packages and then just drive around for probably a few hours. I just dropped off all Canada Post. They're on strike. I just dropped off all UPS and Pure Later orders. So now, I was gonna drive around and drop off some orders, but it is actually a blizzard outside. It's not actually, but I don't have winter tires. So I think what I'm going to do is all my local ones, like ones that are literally within my little city. And then that might just be it. Because I'm not going to be driving an hour in the blizzard. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm actually kind of having fun dropping off the orders. I've dropped off only 2, but I have one more that's pretty local to me. The other ones are about like 45 minutes. So if later on in the day, if the snow kind of like chills out a bit, then I'll keep driving. But this isn't so bad. I kind of like it.